Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. We'll get this to about the 38.
The 38-yard line. Gives a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
7, here we pass for 11, 19, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Go.
Back to throw. Green. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
70 range, 65 chance, 70,
Looking to throw. Green. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, come on. 7 Pirates.
Richardson looking to throw this. Now he's going to step up and run. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now Richardson. A short one there caught by Warren. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Richardson going to move him around. That pass taken in by Burks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
Ready? Check, man. Check, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
First down. at the 40-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Richardson to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in there.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Buffalo 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Green. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They need 2. Here's third down.
Ready. Ready.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. 31 yards on the punt there. And they will take over first and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
70, hop, 70.
Off play action. Richardson. Pressure comes and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Second down.
No score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Now Richardson back to throw it. And this will be incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
19, Tiger, 19, check smash. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. This is intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
Panther 11.
Richardson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Alec Pierce, 33 yards. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
As he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Yeah, that is incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon, as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, we just got to do ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Left thing, 19, 65.
Now it's Richardson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Colts, 1st down. 24-yard gain on the play.
Let's go now.
1st down,
Hawk
Indianapolis.
70, Hawk 70.
On the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down, another run to Taylor. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
60 by 6, 10 to 60, 10 to 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his running back. The backfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
And the Colts.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And this is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80. Broncos.
Operating from the gun, Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns.
Kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Panther and Warriors 7.
Looking to throw. Green. That is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
2nd and 10.
19 type. Buffalo 18. Viking 8.
Back to throw. Green. That'll be complete to Sampson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Rangers, 70 Dragons, 60. Ready?
Looking to throw. Green. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
18, Rattler, 18. Ready?
2nd and 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of the special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced to the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Ready?
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the half. Richardson. And with a 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it. They did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50. Yard line. Excellent field position.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Try! And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there for Andy. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it off him.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Richardson throwing to start the drive. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. To the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 32 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. There's a short one caught by Phantom. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second
touchdown! A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are looking good here in the season openers. They're able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Cup 19, Cup 7-5, 18, Rattler, 18, 18, 70, 60 Eagles, 60.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dylan Sampson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. Colts kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Gain of 26 yards. That's another Browns first.
Sampson will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Richardson looking to throw this. This one downfield to Burks. Now he's loose again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there, with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Kickoff for Indianapolis.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
Brings up second
18
and 3
Ramblers.
at the 42-yard line.
Off play action. Green. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Harold Fannin, 30 yards. And the Browns have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 43, here's second down and 2. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
19, Buffalo 18. Here we go, here we go. Nice step, cooking up 65.
Throwing to start the drive. Green will get this into the hands of Sampson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And the Browns first down.
On first down, Sampson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Dylan Sampson, now 3 week run touchdowns. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
When it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
19, Tiger, 19.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Come on, come on. Hey, 60 Eagles, 60.
Now Richardson. He'll try and do this himself. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. This will be fielded at the 17. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
60, 70 Rangers. Let's go now. Top 19. 70 Lions.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18, 70 Timberwolves. 19 Luck, 18 Rattlers.
Back to throw. Green. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts.
That's another Browns first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start.
Here we go. Start.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Operating from the gun. Green. And this one too low.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll try and do this himself. And it's going to be caught for Browns touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Browns have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 125 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The 20, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Pushing his way through. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
He'll swing this out to Sampson.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. Got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Colts
Back to
40.
throw. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And it's incomplete. Now there is 1 second remaining. So they'll have time here for one more play.
18, run. Ready? 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one. And love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.